Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Okay, so today this video is going to be about why do single people or married people that want to date outside of their marriage choose to date married people or people that is in a relationship. So that is what this video is going to be about. Why do single people or married people want to date someone that is already in a relationship or someone that is married? So I have a few reasons why I believe that is. I have 10 reasons why I believe people do this. So my first reason is they are unable to keep a man of woman of their own, so they feel unworthy. And I truly believe this. Like it's people um that get into relationships and sometimes they're willing to take whatever is given to them, but for whatever reason, they still cannot keep a partner. Like they still cannot maintain a relationship for whatever reason. It's just not working. So they get involved with married people or people that are in relationships because those relationships for them usually last. The ones where they're involved with someone that's married or in a relationship. Okay, reason number 2. So they feel like by being able to interfere in someone else's relationship, it brings them a false sense of value or power. Because it's like, oh, I could just call up this person and interrupt them from their spouse whenever I want to. I must be really valuable. I must be really special because I can do that. So, reason number 3, and I'm gonna tell y'all what I think about reason number 3. So, reason number 3, I have mischievous behavior. I feel like that's where the word sneaky link came from. It came from mischievous behavior. Like people love to hook up with the sneaky link. And and I have a verse here for y'all too. I mean, I'm not gonna make this video all spiritual or whatever, but I do have a verse because it aligns with this conversation. I really feel like it's the definition of this entire conversation, to be honest, but I'm not gonna make it the entire conversation. But I have a verse. It's Proverbs 9, verse 17 through 18, and it says, "Stolen waters are sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. But he knoweth not that the dead are there, and that her guests are in the depths of hell." Ooh. Now that's a deep one right there. I mean, it's true. Everybody, it's that mischievous behavior. Like people want something that they have to sneak to get, or something that does not belong to them. Let me read that scripture for y'all one more time. It says, "Stolen waters are sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. But he knoweth not that the dead are there, and that her guests are in the depths of hell." Ooh, that one is serious. I gotta agree with that. Like most people that get involved in these type of situations, I mean, it could end so many ways, but a lot of times you end up getting sometimes you get stuck with the that single person ends up getting stuck with the married person or person that that was already in a relationship, and they end up having to deal with this person. So let's keep going. So number 4, if your spouse can be considered like someone that people would say is high value, or somebody that's like just someone who presents very well. You know what I mean? If you have a spouse that's considered that like that type of person, the side person is usually not on their level. So by a married person dating them, although they have an amazing spouse, it makes the sneaky link feel as if they are as valuable, if not more valuable, than your spouse. And that's just how they feel, because they feel like, I mean, if you were able to get that person and you rather come out and sleep with me, then I must be as valuable or more valuable than that person, even though you probably sleeping with that person and everybody else too. But we ain't gonna go there. We ain't gonna go there. Okay. So let's go on. And also, like, and with that, like, if you ever notice, like, if that person, if the person that you're in a relationship with, that's like could be considered like a high value person or whatever, the sneaky link will actually leave you sometimes when your partner leaves you, because the person that made them feel valuable is gone. They thought that they were more valuable because your partner was a high value person. Now that your partner is gone, it makes them feel like their value is less now. So, number 5, I feel like people date people that are in relationships or that are married because they hate unity and they want to destroy anything that resembles unity. I honestly feel like that. They hate unity. I have seen somebody who didn't purposely get themselves into this situation, but when they found out that they were in this situation, they developed like a hate towards all married women. I remember one day I was speaking on how well I felt like this married couple presented their self, how they would how the man would deal with the men and the woman would deal with the women. And I was just speaking to them. I'm like, I really love how well this couple presents. I love how the man speaks with the men, and the woman, she speaks with the women. I really love the way that couple presented themselves. I feel like they presented themselves in an appropriate way as a married couple. And this person told me, oh, they should worry about their partner. They should. I'm like, this don't have nothing to do with that. I'm talking about how well they present. I'm not talking about none of, as far as I know, neither one of them are cheating on each other or nothing like that. I just love how they present. That's all I'm saying. Like, why you like getting mad at these people for presenting well? Because they hate unity. That's what it is. Okay, number 6. Because your spouse lied to them and told them that they were single, and they didn't find out until they were already too attached. And that happens to a lot of people. I mean, there are married people and people in relationships um that are not telling people that they are married or in a relationship. And unfortunately, some people don't find out that they're married or in a relationship until they're already in love, and then they're too attached to leave at that point. So let's go on to number 7. Number 7, I have narcissism. Uh, Single people or people that are not involved in that marriage, I feel like they may date somebody that is married to antagonize that person's partner, because you know it's like they have the power to, they feel like they have a power to break your partner's heart. Like that feels like a power to them, like it's antagonizing, and some people only date married people or people in relationships just so that they can keep getting that thrill out of antagonizing someone else. Let me see. Number 8. So, okay, now number 8, 9, and 10. These are outside opinions, and I don't particularly agree with all of them. So, y'all know I'm gonna give y'all my opinion. So, these are outside opinions on why a married or single person would get involved with someone who is married or single. I mean, and also just to say, like, I think that a married person would get involved with I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna tell y'all the outside opinions. So number 8, because this was one of the outside opinions. Like, I don't want to change it up to just my opinion, you know. So some married people may go get involved with another married person that is not their person, because they feel like it's more safe. They feel like that married person is not sleeping with everybody. They feel like it's more safe. And I have to completely disagree with that. I don't feel like it's safe at all. I feel like it's extremely dangerous. I mean, honestly, if you out here cheating, at least respect your partner. Definitely put on a condom or something. You know, I mean, I advise you not to cheat, but you know, just keeping it all the way real. You know, if you cheat, then you definitely need to put on a condom or something. Like, don't go and endanger your partner's life like that or your own. But this is what I think about it. I don't think it's safe at all, because I feel like this. How do you know? Let's just use you sleeping with a let's say you sleeping with a married woman. How do you know that her husband don't cheat on her with, even if she is just sleeping with you and her husband? How do you know that her husband is not sleeping with 50 million women a day, unprotected? And that's just like she's sleeping with 50 million women a day unprotected, you know? So that's like not true. And most likely, if a woman is cheating on her husband, then you know her husband probably cheating too. Come on now, like, you really think her husband's sitting at home taking that? I highly doubt it, unless he just like completely disabled and cannot get up and go cheat on her, and then he might still find a way to cheat. Shoot, you think he's sitting at home taking that? But yeah, let's keep going. Even though it is some situations where some men don't know that they're being cheated on, and they end up in a situation with some woman that is just going around cheating like that, you know. Um, Number 9, they feel like it is less problems, less work to cheat with other married people. So this is married people going to sleep with another married person. They feel like it's less work. Like they don't have to worry about that person getting overly attached. They don't have to worry about they don't have to worry about that person getting overly attached to them. Basically it could actually be a sexual relationship without strings attached, you know. uh I mean, that actually um that actually may work out that way, but it still goes back to Proverbs 9:17-18. You know, stolen waters are sweet. Let me go back to it. Stolen waters are sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. But he knoweth not that the dead are there, and that her guests are in the depths of hell. I remember I was reading in Proverbs where the whorish woman basically convinced this man to sleep with her, and it was saying basically that he didn't know that he was on his way to death, because her husband was out of town. I believe it was saying something like I believe her husband was like gonna murder him. I don't know. I have to go read that again. But yeah, y'all are seeing Proverbs where it talk about how that woman was like waiting on basically on who she can basically destroy by trying to sleep with them, and she's married and her husband was out. He was out somewhere, I don't know. But yeah, let's keep going. Number 10, it is because married people are making themselves available to date. And I couldn't agree with that more. Married people are really out here presenting themselves as a single person, making themselves available to date. That's what a lot of married people are doing, you know. So yeah, they're dating single people or other married people because they're just making themselves available today. It's just available. We live in a less filled world, and you know that's just how it is. I just want to touch back on some of the things. I really feel like all of it lines up with Proverbs 9:17-18. But yeah, I do just want to touch on a few things, you know, because I'm just gonna speak from a woman's perspective. Like I have had female friends try desperately to well, not really friends, I would definitely say coworkers, because they would try desperately to go home with me and would have a lot of questions about my husband. You know what I mean? They never met my husband before. They just know that I told them I'm married, you know, and they would be trying desperately to get to my house. And some of these women I barely knew, you know, and I'm not inviting me out to go to work. They'll be trying desperately to get to my house, you know, and I don't know, it's just so weird. Like I just really feel like people, certain women and men who do this feels like it adds value to them, or it gives them some type of pleasure, to be able to feel like they could take something away from you, or they could borrow something that you don't want to lend. You know, you know what I mean. So I just feel like it gives like some kind of sick pleasure to them. You know, that's really what I think about it. You know, and I would just say this to the women who are lowering their standards. Don't lower your standards like that, girl, because I mean you can find a man that will value you. You can find a man that will value you, and you don't have to lower your standards or feel like you have to compete with another woman. You know, most likely, if a man agrees to do this with you, or if a woman agrees to do this with you, it is most likely a low down person. You know, you don't even want to get involved with somebody like that, anyways. You know, even if they were single, you don't want to get involved with a person who's willing to do that. You know, just keep your standards high. Don't lower your standards for a cheap thrill. You know, that's what I would say to women and men out there. I've actually seen a man do this. He got involved with a married woman who was living with her new boyfriend, but she was still married, but was living with her new boyfriend, and she was driving around in her new boyfriend car, and then she was dating the person that I know also, and then she was driving them all around in the boyfriend's car, and they just felt special because she was willing to step out on her boyfriend for them. So what ended up happening was the boyfriend ended up kicking her out. She didn't have a car no more once he kicked her out. And then the person that I know actually had caught feelings for this woman. So now they're with her. And what ended up happening is she ended up start doing the most disrespectful stuff. Like she would have another man in the house while they are in the house together chilling, like I mean like in the middle of the night type stuff, you know. So it was a whole mess. I mean, she basically never stopped cheating on the person that I know. You know, she was a real low down woman, like low down. But yeah, that's all I got to say about this topic today. All right, y'all have a great day. Bye.